All right, gang, so in this one, we're gonna cover the shovel hook or the liver shot. This is one of the most infamous strikes you can throw in boxing, in Muay Thai, and MMA, it doesn't matter. And if you've watched MMA long enough, you've probably heard Bas Rutten at some point say liver shot, okay? This hook, which is a body hook, is targeted at the right side of my partner's body, right at the base of the floating ribs. That's really where I'm targeting. So there's a few key components we want to pay attention to throw this well and to have the maximum effect. Because if you've ever received a good shovel hook to your liver, it's an amazing feeling. It's almost like somebody just hit the off button on your body and everything just shuts down. But it feels great if you're the person that threw it. So that's what we're shooting for. Number one is the angle with which we're throwing. Okay, my job is to get my head just to the outside of my partner's shoulder line. Okay, that's the first step. If we're looking at my partner's feet, like the train tracks or the base of a triangle, what I'm doing is stepping just off the top of the triangle to the outside of my partner's rear leg, which is going to bring my head to the outside of his shoulders. Okay, when we do that, it's going to be initiating an outside slip. Okay, now at this point, I can simply release my hand, rotate my hips and my shoulders, and deliver the shot to the body. Okay? Again, this is targeting right at the base of the floating ribs, as we mentioned. So the angle we're throwing this is a 45-degree angle. What I'm doing with my partner up back, I'm targeting from the base of his right rib cage up to his left shoulder. That's my line. Okay? Number two is how do we throw this? I'm going to rotate palm towards me. So when we do our little outside slip, we open, boom, and it should come straight off your hips and straight back, okay? The other thing I like to think about a lot when I throw this, and I heard this analogy years ago, I think it's probably Bas Rutten one again, but when you throw a good liver shot, think about Wolverine with the X-Men. You know, Wolverine's got his 3 claws. Wolverine was one of my favorite comic book characters of all time because he's awesome. But if Wolverine's gonna hit you in the body, what we'd wanna do is, I don't wanna disembowel my partner with this, or my opponent. What I want to do is put 3 perfect little puncture wounds in his body and pull them straight back out. Okay? That's the key to a good liver shot, is it's going in and straight back out. I am not slashing at all. Okay? So, again, a lot of times this will come off of defensive techniques as well. So say my partner throws a cross at me, I'm slipping to the outside, straight in, straight out. Really important is that we're keeping our right hand defense up nice and tight. Because if I'm delivering a liver shot to the body, I'm also very exposed to the left hook. Okay? A few basic ways we'll set this up. We'll set it off with a 1-2, boom, boom, to the body. We can set up off a straight lead cross too. If we are set it up off the cross, we want to keep in mind that this is going to be a short cross. Okay? So as we step forward, it's not going to be a long cross because I'm stepping at the same time to the outside of the shoulder line. Boom. Short cross, because what that's going to do is keep the defense up and ideally keep the elbows up high enough so we can deliver our shot to the body. Okay, so a 1-2, we refer to this as a 7 in boxing, 1-2-7. Reset. We're off of a 2-7. Another great combo is a 3-2-7. One more. Okay, so key points. Number 1 is the diagonal angle with which we're throwing this. Key point number 2, we're going to set that up by taking an outside step and getting my head outside my partner's shoulder line. Okay, we set up the outside slip, hand levels up, or hand comes off the head, and we unload with the hips and straight back. Straight in, just like Wolverine, 3 perfect little puncture wounds. We pull it straight back out and set our defense back up again. Okay, so those are a few key details that I hope improve your liver shot, because really, body shots in striking is really the key to effective headshots. If you want to throw really strong headshots that are open and clean, get great at hitting the body. Okay, go practice.